The holiday weekend drove two historic box office records, and trade tensions between Europe and the United States escalated over the holiday weekend. Jane King is at the New York Stock Exchange with those stories and more in today's Morning Business Report.
Good morning. European countries are weighing plans to ramp up their own tariffs against the U.S. in what they call a trade bazooka to counteract pressure from President Trump. Germany's finance minister teased the action while speaking alongside his French counterpart in Berlin. In all, more than a half dozen European countries warned in a joint statement that tariff threats over Greenland undermine transatlantic relations as the White House seeks to pressure allies into a deal to acquire the Arctic island. Well, meanwhile, gold and silver have been on a tear as geopolitical uncertainty drives investors to safer assets. The metals hit new record highs yesterday. European autos and luxuries sold off as more tariffs could possibly be on the way. Stocks ended Friday just below the flat line, but did post a losing week. Banks were among the biggest losers during the week on that threat of a 10% credit card interest rate cap. Well, one thing many workers are keen to leave behind heading into the new year, the 9-to-5 schedule. In its place, many are interested in adopting a practice called micro-shifting. The Owl Lab's State of Hybrid Work report finds that workers feel more in control with this kind of shift, that less about a certain time and more about getting things done. For example, the workers may work in the morning and then run errands in the afternoon and then finish up projects in the evening. Owl Lab's report found caregivers were roughly 3 times as likely to try micro-shifting as non-caregivers. And Disney's Zootopia 2 has surpassed Inside Out 2 as the highest-grossing animated film in Hollywood history, amassing $1.7 billion globally, according to Variety. The blockbuster sequel opened with a record $156 million domestically. Meanwhile, A24's Marty-Supreme has set a new record as that studio's highest-grossing film, dethroning the Oscar-winning film Everything Everywhere All at Once. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King with your Morning Business Report.